Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so for this video I'm going to be taking you around my latest 4K Blu-ray pickup that I got for The Whale. Now this is a German release. It does come in this beautiful looking media book. Just check out the artwork on this. The minute I seen it I fell instantly in love with it and I knew I needed to pick it up. So yes, like I said, it is a 4K release. I think Germany is the only country that actually brought this movie out in 4K. I think Amazon Italy might be bringing out a 4K release as well, but it's not out yet at the moment. I think it's coming out sometime in September, I think. And yeah, I knew I needed to see this movie in the best possible way. Well, I thought it was going to be. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way, which I will get to now very, very soon. But this was a first-time watch for me. I needed to see this movie to see just how good Brendan Fraser is in this movie, because he did win the Oscar for it, and I have to tell you, he did not disappoint. Just for Brendan Fraser alone, you need to check out this movie. His performance is it's unlike anything I've ever seen. It was so hard to watch, so unbelievably hard to watch, but yet it was so incredibly beautiful as well. Now, I've watched the movie, I'm happy I did watch it, but it is one of them movies, now that I've seen it, I think it'll be years till I watch it again, because it actually broke my heart watching this movie. If you're not really aware of the movie, it's Brendan Fraser, of course, stars Brendan Fraser. He's basically in the last week of his life. He's suffering from heart failure because of his size, his weight. You know, he's huge in this movie. He's so unbelievably big. And you know, speaking from somebody who, just like myself, who has weight problems, you know, I've had weight problems all my life. It always fluctuates. It goes up and down. And I think people have this perception of, you know, big people, particularly like when you see Brendan Fraser in this, they just see him as lazy, constantly overeating and all that kind of thing. But what you don't realize is some of the scars that these people have, some of the mental issues that they're going through. And that's what Brendan Fraser's character goes through in this. You know, he had to deal with the loss of his boyfriend, and ever since that, he just collapsed. He just fell into this hole that he could never get out of, and it just led to just constantly overeating. And there's scenes in this movie when you do see Brendan Fraser and he starts eating, and it's hard. I don't know how to describe it. It is so unbelievably hard. There's one scene, I don't want to ruin it for anyone, and I'm hoping the scene doesn't ruin it for anyone, but there is one scene in it where it's almost like he kind of gives up. He just wants to die, and he just starts eating food. He gets pizzas and he's stacking the pizzas on top of the pizzas. You know, he's smothered it in mustard, and he's getting ham and all that, and he's slapping it all on, and he's just trying to eat as much as he can just so he can die. And when I watched that scene, I was like, wow, this is heartbreaking. It was very, very tough to watch. And I have to tell you, folks, it is a beautiful movie, like I said, but brace yourselves as well, because it can be heartbreaking at times to watch as well. It can be very, very tough. And yeah, you're just going to have to persevere through this one. But I think if you do, what you will get, particularly with its ending, is something rather, rather beautiful. Now, like I said, Brendan Fraser was fantastic in this movie. You know, he is in the last week of his life. And if you actually have seen the trailer to this movie, which I have, and it left me in tears when I seen the trailer, but there is one line that I think everyone knows, is when he says that he needs to know that he done something right once in his life. And the one thing that he wants to do right is to make an amends with his daughter. You know, he kind of walked out in his family to be with this fella. And yeah, he kind of just wants to rekindle the relationship that he once had with his daughter. So if you have not seen the movie, folks, I honestly can't stress how much you need to see this movie just for Brendan Fraser's performance alone. I think you're going to be blown away by it. Now, as for the 4K transfer on this, folks, I don't know what to tell you. I was let down by it. I really, really was. Now, bear in mind, the movie doesn't lend very well to 4K. You know, anyone that has seen the movie, it is held in one house. It's basically one room. The movie is unbelievably drab. Little to no colour on this picture. And it does have a very soft looking presentation. So, unfortunately, the 4K transfer just didn't have a chance to flex its muscles. You know, it's all down to source material in the end, and it just simply wasn't there. Now, what I done was, I actually knocked on the 4K for the first hour of this movie, and then for the last part I watched the Blu-ray, and honestly I couldn't see a single difference. I really mean that. In terms of colour, sharpness, anything, black levels, I could not see a single difference. Now the aspect ratio on this as well is 1:33:1. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because that aspect ratio you're going to have to deal with the bars, the black bars on the left and the right hand side of your picture. Now at a time that used to bother me, but when I seen the likes of Batman vs Superman and the Justice League movie, I started to fall in love with that aspect ratio. And yeah, I know there's a few people out there that are not too crazy about that aspect ratio, and I just felt it was only right to mention it in the video. Look, it's not a terrible looking 4K transfer. It's just it's all down to the movie itself, and the Blu-ray was more than capable of handling you know, of being the most faithful. The Blu-ray is, no, I won't say the most faithful, but it is incredibly faithful to the movie itself. The 4K just couldn't add a whole lot to it, if anything at all. So I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on that if you are interested in picking this movie up on 4K as well. And the DTS 5.1 on it is, look, it's a massively dialogue driven movie, and it sounds perfect. It sounds exactly how it's meant to sound. You know, the dialogue is beautifully centered, incredibly clean. You will have absolutely no issues with it. Just don't be expecting any kind of surround activity. There's just simply none there. Right folks, so I'm going to take us around this Mediabook and I'm going to give you a close look at it. So yeah, let's get to it. Right folks, so here we go, the whale. So just like I said at the start of this video, the artwork is just sublime on this. You know, you got the whale there. Now I'm not going to ruin the movie for anyone or like spoil the significance of the actual whale itself. I'll let you check it out for yourselves. But as you can see there as well, just in the top, you've got Brendan Fraser with his daughter kind of sitting on the top of the whale, kind of enjoying the sunset. So yeah, I knew the minute I seen this artwork, I needed to pick it up. And I can't stress to you how happy I am that I did. So that is the main artwork. Then I will take you on to the spine. And you've just simply got the whale written on it. And then you've got the Blu-ray and 4K logo at the bottom there. And then this is the back of it, and of course the write-up is in German, but the special features, as you can see, is actually written in German, in English, sorry. So you got People Are Amazing, the making of the whale. You got The Sound of the Sea, scoring the whale, and there's also a few interviews there as well. So not packed with special features, but there is a bit there. And that's a close look at some of the technical aspects. And as you can see down there, the Blu-ray is Region B locked, so just bear that in mind when you're buying it. So that is the back of the Mediabook itself. So then I will open it up. So the first thing you will see there is the 4K disc. Is there anything behind it? Just let me see. No, nothing there. Nothing too much anyway to talk about. And then right around to the back there, you have your Blu-ray disc. And as you can see, both have different artworks on the discs, which is always nice to see. And then of course you've got the pages inside. Of course, it's going to be in German. It goes without saying. But yeah, I think it's just a write-up of the actual cast itself. So there you have it, folks. Just a quick look at this beautiful looking Mediabook edition of The Whale. And I really am happy that I picked it up in the end. Right folks, so there you have it. That is the Whale Mediabook, and wow, the artwork is just so beautiful on that. And if you haven't picked up the Blu-ray release already, I definitely recommend looking into this Mediabook just for the artwork alone. Yeah, like I said, it's just exquisite. And yes, the 4K transfer is not particularly all that impressive, but like I said, I never had the movie anyway, so it's a win-win in the end. So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below, and please share your thoughts on this movie. I really want to hear what you are thinking out there. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.